Yo, what's going on today, guys? Back with another I Spend Money and Time So You Don't Have to. In this video, we're going to be reviewing the Beretta 1301 Tactical Mod 2 pistol grip in OD green. If you guys want to see more content like this, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment down below. I went and purchased this off riflegear.com for $1,900 flat. They only had 2 in stock, so I'm not sure if they got any more. I know Beretta just started releasing the OD green to the public, so you can check them out, or some other places they might have them in stock. Depending on how these sell, the OD green might not be as popular, so these might be a little bit harder to get a hold of. Some other places, I know as you go up in color, they get more expensive. So the black, I think you can get it for $16.99 or $17.99, and then Borelli actually sells the FDE for about $17.99, so they have a discount on them as well. So first I'm going to go over what's new between the Mod 1 and the Mod 2, and then I'll get into a little bit more detail just on the gun itself for those of you who don't know about the Beretta 1301. So obviously the colors are a little bit new. I know there were some certain Beretta 1301s that you could get the green in. I'm not sure about the FDE, but these are being sold or going to be made a little bit more frequently, from my understanding, in the color. So you have black, FDE, gray, and then this OD green here. I think this is very nice. I don't know why more companies aren't doing this, aren't selling guns in color options or Cerakoted options, or even giving you the choice. So I think that is a very nice upgrade. Also, if you're playing on spray paint or anything, it already gives you a nice base and a durable finish. So that is one nice upgrade they did. Obviously, you can see the M-LOK 4-ender handguard here. This is upgraded as well, so it has some really aggressive stippling or grip right here. This is pretty tough. It's almost a little bit sharp. I wouldn't say it's too sharp to where it's like uncomfortable, but it is pretty sharp and it is aggressive stippling. So that it is open on the top. So if you can see there, it is open. There is some little U-channel cuts right there. Where the M-LOK is, but it is an open top handguard, and then there's some slots right there. I don't know if that disconnects. I haven't taken it apart yet. It kind of looks like it does, but this handguard's definitely an improvement. And then we have the M-LOK slots up here on the bottom. So we have the M-LOK on the bottom, and then on the other side as well. I wish they would have went down a little bit more with the M-LOK, maybe a couple more, just so I could get, if people wanted a vertical grip on there, that would have been really nice to be able to add a vertical grip right here. I don't think it's necessarily. I'm probably going to end up running without it to save money on swapping the handguard. Some of you may know this channel for doing the review on the new Benelli M4T Pro, or the Gen 2 model, and you guys know I talked about the 1301 a little bit, and I was having some problems with that, so I actually had to send it in to get a warranty repair, which is pretty ridiculous because it's one of the most durable and reliable shotguns, combat shotguns, I should say. The Marines used it a ton, so to get a brand new firearm and then not even have 50 rounds through it, and I'm having charging handle and other feeding problems, is pretty ridiculous. So I am going to be making a comparison video between the 1301 and the M4, but I'm going to compare these a little bit in this video. So this M-LOK actually seems to be beefed up a little bit. So I was wondering if they somehow molded some metal in there or not, but it is plastic, so or polymer, but it seems to be beefed up more than, just some standard polymer handguards. But I do have confidence in this, that this will hold tight. This is very nice and tough, which is a great addition and a needed addition for mounting lights. So I'll be able to mount a light right there. I'm not going to mount it over here on this barrel clamp, but I'll be able to mount a light right there, and it will get it as close to the end of the barrel as needed. I would like it, if it can come out a little farther, that'd be nice, but if not, that's okay. This just seems like a better option to mount it here. So if I need to clean this or take this off, I don't want to I don't want to have my light attached out here. If you're doing something smaller, like a pistol light or something, to where it's really short, this would be a better option for you. But for the Mod Light PLH V2 that I'm going to be mounting here, this will be plenty length for me to get out far. The next improvement is the Prolifter. So, let's see here. So this Prolifter, which almost every shotgun should have, as you can see, after I say I load a round in there, which I just did, I pulled it back, I hit the bolt release, and then I'm going to load my shells. The lifter actually gets way out of the way, and you can just slide it in there. I mean, it might need to go down a little bit. There still is a little bit play. Nice out of the way. I've shot 25 rounds through this already. It ran fine, no problem. Winchester Super X buckshot ran fine, no problem. So I'm actually having better luck with this so far than I am my Benelli M4, which is hard to believe, but amazing upgrade. I don't know why all shotguns don't have this. The Prolifter gets it out of the way, very smooth feeding, and as you can see, that lifting gate is very nice. As you can see, it's not flat, but with that Prolifter feature on there, you're not going to have any problem snagging your fingers on there at all. Like I said, you just pull that back. I drop my shell in, hit the bolt release, and then way out of the way. So I can almost get, I'm getting right there to the end in there. So I'm getting my whole thumb in there. Great feature. All shotguns should have that. That's amazing. The standard 1301 doesn't have it, and most people, they've had to change that out, to get that feature. So that's saving you some money. And then the last thing that I'm aware of is this, the semi-flat competition style of trigger. So you can see that there. It's not as rounded. It feels, I haven't shot the other one. I'm more used to the full curve. It feels nice, honestly. I don't dislike it at all. Like I said, I haven't shot the Mod 1, so I'm not sure in comparison to the trigger weight, but I'll go ahead and give you a trigger pull. It is very light. There's not a distinct wall. It's just a creep, 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 and then it, kind of pulls. So go ahead and pull it back. There's a creep, creep, creep. I guess there's a slight wall right there. Do one more. Creep, 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 creep. Yeah, there's not really a wall, and it is a very light and nice trigger. So I think for the money, these are definitely worth the upgrades. What we have in the box here, we have this little safety guide. This is not a manual. We have the QR code for the manual, so there is no physical manual. I called Beretta, and there's been some serious complaints about this. This is pretty ridiculous, but I called them. They said they're trying to go green. They're not trying to use paper, so this is an online manual. I called them, and you can go onto their website and purchase their the hard copy or the physical manual. It costs 1 cent, literally 1 cent, and then you have to pay for shipping. So mine was around $6. I went ahead and bought it because I want a physical copy. I don't want to use that crap. And it came in a bag as well, so that was nice. I didn't have to assemble anything like I did with my Benelli, which was annoying because me not being familiar with the Benelli M4, I had to try to put it together at the gun store because I was trying to shoot it that day. So this all came put together. There was actually even some lube on the bolt carrier and stuff, so you can shoot this right out of the box. And then we got a choke tool. So there is already a choke in there. I'm not sure what's in there. I just left it in there, but a choke tool. And then they gave us an extra choke in a container. This is nice. So it says, let's see if I can, it says 18.60. I'm not super familiar with chokes, so I couldn't tell you what that is, but it says Beretta Optima choke HP OK-Steel-IC. So they give you an extra choke. That's not a big deal for me, but it is nice that this does give you the option. My Benelli M4 did not have a choke. It was a smooth bore barrel all the way to the end, so there is no choke. I'll go ahead and show you that if I can. So there's the choke. Not sure what's in there. I shot some Winchester non-flight control at 10 yards, and it pretty much filled on the target. It filled about shoulder to shoulder, maybe a little bit less in, and that's without flight control. So it was 10 or 11 yards, so that's not bad, to be honest. But I don't know much about chokes, so I'm not going to get into that. But now I'll just go over all this and just some information, especially about the Kickoff. The Mod 1s, I think they standardly go for about 1,600. So if you just get the black version for maybe 100 to 200 extra more, it's definitely worth it. But I think you can get the Mod 1 less than 1,600. I've seen it for some places like 1,300 or 1,400. So I guess it just depends if you want to save money or not, but I would definitely recommend this instead of the Mod 1 because of the upgrades, if you care about them, as it is very light. So this is coming in at 6 pounds, 8 ounces. The Benelli M4 is like 8.4 ounces. So it's almost 2 pounds heavier. And this thing is freaking light, especially holding it with 2 hands, not like that where it's out in front of me, but this thing is light. One thing I will say is it does have a little bit more recoil than the Benelli M4 because of the weight difference, and also maybe because of how the gas piston is designed. A lot of these parts are, more of them are polymer, and then in the Benelli M4, more of them are metal. I'll have to test them out side by side to see how much more. This is still plenty manageable. I can still get on target just fine. But we'll start at the end. The pistol grip version comes with a Mesa tactical stock. I wanted the pistol grip because I'm going to be using it more for home defense and tactical purposes. This end pops off really easily to get inside, so you just press that in, and then there's a hook right at the top. I really like this stock because of the cheek riser, so I can adjust this up or down to get my cheek in line. Didn't need to adjust this to see through my sights for me personally, but this stock is amazing. I like it a lot. It has a swing swivel down here to mount to, and then it has 2 hard metal, this is plastic, sling mounts, which is very nice because if it only had the one, this would not work well for me as a right-handed shooter. But now that I can mount it over here, that's really nice. There is a little bit of play, I can feel it, but it does have a squishy pad on it. It says Mesa Tactical, but this is a really nice stock. This is a nice grip too. So for my length of pull, I'm here, and my elbow, I'm about 1 inch to 1.5 inches short for my length of pull. I haven't had any problems with it, but with this removable piece here, I'm guessing from Mesa Tactical, you can probably get some extensions. So I'm not sure about that. For me, that's not important, so I didn't look into it. But one thing I will say, I'm going to talk about the Kickoff real quick. If you're used to the standard style stock, you can go with that. For me, I'm using it more for home defense and tactical purposes, so I like this better. It's a little bit easier to control with one hand when using it for those purposes, and when I am here, I can activate that safety very easily. So I can touch that no problem. For the Benelli M4, the safety is back here, which I think that's where the Beretta kind of beats the M4, because the safety is in a better position in my opinion. But if you're more used to standard stocks, you can go with that. In my opinion, the standard stock, it's kind of just a preference. It might be a little bit easier to maneuver in hunting situations, and I'm not sure why you would want to hunt with this, but if you do any type of hunting, or you're just used to that standard stock, you can get the standard stock instead of this. I don't believe there's any cost difference. There might be a little bit of cost difference. I will say the Kickoff, which is the Beretta Kickoff, which is a recoil reduction little end plate. It's like this thing that pops off here. It'd be like the same thing as taking this off and then putting a different little pad. It's a Kickoff that goes in there. So what that is, it has like 2 springs, and then I think there's like a little counterweight or something like that in there, and it does not work for the pistol grip stock, I will say that. But what it does, it reduces the recoil by, I believe, 40%. When I called Beretta, they said that it should last pretty much, I mean, nothing lasts forever, but it should last a long time with no problem shooting it all the time. So I did not end up going with that, and that's because he told me that with the recoil reduction, when you're using lower power rounds, such as birdshot or like light recoiling buckshot, you can have ejection issues, because it's when it's coming against that recoil reduction, it doesn't have enough force to send the bolt. It will have some possible extraction or feeding issues with that reduced recoil Kickoff. And the Kickoff is $250. It's on the Beretta website. You can purchase it from them, but I did not end up going with that for that reason, because I didn't want to, even on higher power stuff, I'm not going to shoot birdshot, but even on higher power stuff, I didn't want to have any issues with any possible feeding issues from the Kickoff. But if you do want the standard stock and you did want to try that Kickoff, that could be a nice upgrade for you. It is, like I said, $250. But between the two, I guess it really just depends what you're using it for, or what you're used to. I have only shot standard stocks before this and the Benelli M4, but I like how these feel better, in my opinion. I do not hunt with them, so I think they feel better. They're a little bit more ergonomic. They're a little bit better for maneuvering and loading when you're trying to do it fast. But if you're trying to do like quad loads and stuff, this will get in the way of the quad load. So if you're doing competition or something like that, I would go with the standard stock. So if you're needing the quad load, but I don't do any competition shooting as well, not with shotgun. So I'll just say that. But went over the trigger. This safety, it will not let me actuate it unless I cock it or have something in the chamber. So it won't let me actuate it. I wish that the red, so there's a red indicator right there. I wish that would have been on the right side. So you could see it on the right side. I guess that doesn't really matter, but it is oversized, very easy to hit, very easy to actuate. Then we have the oversized bolt handle. So you can see it's just polymer. Again, they're trying to just save weight, but very, very smooth, very swift, very nice bolt handle, no problems there. And then we have the oversized bolt release. This is just a metal piece with a little piece of plastic on there. I think you can take that off if you want. I'm not going to, but very easy to hit. I like this bolt release. Very nice. Benelli M4, the T-Pro version, has like a bigger circle. About that big, maybe a dime size. I like this better because it's longer rather than a bigger circle. So I think that the Beretta has a better bolt release. And then also, this gets a little bit into the loading, but this is your shell release right here. So for loading, say I didn't want anything in the chamber, we'll call this cruiser ready, kind of like how you have your ARs. So there's nothing in the chamber right there. And say I have a tube full of rounds, I will hit this, and then what that will do is that'll send a round onto the lifting gate, and it'll be ready. All I have to do, go ahead and cock it, and then it'll throw a round up into here, and then I won't have to do anything else, but it'll throw a round up into there, and it'll send one into the barrel. So that feature, I prefer it more on the Benelli M4 because it's up here. It's a little bit easier to hit rather than being inside the loading gate right there. Not a big deal, but it's just not as easy to hit. And we'll go up to the top. Like I said, that Prolifter, amazing for loading. It is so nice. We'll go up top. We have some plastic sights. This part is metal, but the protection thing is plastic. For some reason, mine is one click to the left on the windage. Not sure why. I don't really care. We have a small Picatinny section. This is enough to mount your red dots. I'm going to mount a red dot up here. So that's just a standard smaller little section. On the Benelli M4, it's a little bit longer. So this is like, comes out to here, something like that. But standard Picatinny section. Go over to this side. Nothing on this side. Just the same thing besides the safety. This little pin right here is how you can take your trigger group out. So then we'll go down, and they Cerakoted the top of the barrel or whatever they did, painted it, which is nice. We have a removable front sight. This whole thing looks like it'll come out. I don't really think that's necessary, but that is a cool feature. Then we also have our barrel clamp, which is a QD and M-lock mounting system. Now this, it seems pretty tough. It doesn't seem as durable as that, but I'm going to be mounting a sling, so I will end up using one of these. I'm not going to end up using this top M-lock slot, but for both sides, it does have the same. So it does have a QD and an M-lock for both sides. There's just two little bolts that hold those in. And then we have the mag tube extension. So you just take that off, unthread this, and then your springs inside there for your mag tube or your shell tube, whatever you want to call it. One thing I will say about this, which is annoying and probably pisses me off the most about this gun, is that these QD slots do not accept regular QDs. Like if you buy a QD like from BCM or Magpul, it won't fit in there. So it's kind of like a money grab from Beretta to make you buy another product. They do sell the QD on their website. So I'm going to end up purchasing a QD to use one of these. But yeah, it's a little bit smaller. If you use a normal QD, it won't go down in all the way. So this diameter of this is a little bit smaller. You're gonna have to buy like a shotgun QD, like one Benelli makes or one Beretta makes, or just somebody makes to fit this, that has a smaller diameter. So that's pretty much the most of it. I will say that this shotgun does cycle 33% faster than Benelli. I was considering buying the Genesis 12, their newer semi-automatic mag-fed shotgun, but the wait time is outrageous, and there's like barely any. They're a new company, but there's like barely any data on it. There's barely any grouping on it, but it is a pretty, from my research, it's the first actually reliable mag-fed shotgun. But they run $3,000. I don't know if that's before tax, if they do charge tax. So they are almost double. If I were to get this and my M4, it's like almost the same cost. So you can get two shotguns for the price of one. But they have 5, 10, 15 round mags. It is nice to have a shotgun that is mag fed. It's way faster than reloading. With this, you're constantly needing to keep it fed, and that is a problem, and it is time consuming. So if you have the money and you want to wait, also the lead times are ridiculous. They're anywhere from 4 to 8 months on the low side. I think the Genesis 12, their new shotgun, is probably the best semi-automatic shotgun. From what I have heard, it's durable, and it's mag fed. I mean, it's saving you all that time. You can get mag pouches. You can just run so much more ammo, so much more quickly. They have it in a 7-inch and a 10.5-inch and an 18.5-inch. So the 7-inch and the 10.5-inch come with pistol braces, I believe, and they also have breachers on them, but it's the same thing as your AR style, like your AR-15. It has a DP or DMPS 308 Gen 1 lower. I believe it's a 308 upper as well. So I think it's a really nice shotgun. From what I heard, it has very little recoil, just in the system they did. Barrel reciprocates separately from the muzzle device, so you can use it for breaching. And then you can also put on suppressors to make it quieter and help your grouping for the shorter models. The only problem is, like I said, I didn't want to wait 4 to 8 months. That's like an estimate, $3,500 or more for that. And then you have to upgrade it. So really looking at like about $5,000, somewhere close to that. But if you have the time and you have the money, that's the route I would have went if I could have waited, or wanted to wait. But like I said, you just kind of have to weigh your options. There's like no grouping data out there. So like from what I heard without really even seeing it, the grouping data was like, if you have flight control on a 10.5 inch, you can shoot out to 25 yards. But even with flight control rounds, it pretty much takes up the entire width of the target. So you can hit out there with 10.5, but you need specific rounds, obviously, which flight control aren't that expensive. But then the 18.5 inch, I saw most of those people using it for competition. The only problem is, like I said, you get the 10.5, you're going to be using a pistol brace, which could be okay. It's definitely not ideal, especially for a shotgun. But with the lower recoiling system, from what I heard, it's really low. The brace might work out well. So that could be an option for you if that's something you're looking for. I haven't got to test them out as much, but I was pretty disappointed with the Benelli M4 because of the issues it had and because of the weight. The Benelli M4 is extremely heavy once you have a shotgun card and other attachments on it. I'm going to go more simple with this. I'm just going to do a sling, red dot, light, and shotgun card on the other side, which I will be making videos about that. So if you do want to find out more about that, or see what's going on with this build, make sure to subscribe so you can see what I'm posting and stay tuned with that. But they're really similar. I know people like the M4 because it's really durable, but honestly, I think for most civilians, I think you're getting a little bit more bang for your buck going this route. It's a little bit less expensive than the Benelli M4 T Pro, the Gen 2 model. And like I said, that weight is a significant factor. That's one of the biggest things I was annoyed about, was the weight. Let me tell you guys, ounces equal pounds. You want the lightest setup possible, because when you're running it, it's going to be annoying to be carrying all that weight, or just trying to hold it up. But I got mine on sale, which maybe was why it messed up, or maybe I just have bad luck, but I got mine on sale for $2,000 from Bowtac. So I don't really know what was the problem. Maybe Bowtac got a bad shipment. I sent it into Benelli, they fixed it. So I'm just waiting to hear from them. But so this will be, I got this for $19. So that M4 is $100 to the high end, which would be $2,400 or $2,500. So you're saving anywhere from $100 to $600 on this. It's light. It runs a lot faster. It has a 33% faster recycling rate. So this thing is amazing. Until I get some more rounds through both of them, I won't be able to give an extremely educated guess. But if I could recommend one right now, I would have to go with the Beretta 1301, just for everything that you're getting from it. Also, the collapsible stock, I don't think that is a big deal, or that matters for me personally. I mean, it's honestly probably the same length, if not a couple inches shorter than just a fixed stock right here. But if you're having length of pole issues, or you really want length of pole, I can understand that. But I'm going to be saving a lot of that information for when I do a side-by-side comparison of them. If you want to see that as well, make sure to subscribe. And then I do have about 5 or 6 Benelli M4 videos. So if you're looking into that option, you can check on my page, and I'll have tons of videos on that. So, but yeah, I wanted to say I appreciate all your guys' support and the subscribers I do have. I'm sorry I haven't been able to get to more videos. I truthfully have 50 solid more videos of good information and good recommendations lined up for you guys. And, you know, I'm getting better as I go with making these videos. So if you guys have any recommendations, or if you have anything specifically you want to see, make sure to comment down below. And if I have something in that category, I'll get a video out for you. I've made one video for another guy. So if there's something specifically you want to see or want a video about, let me know, and I will try my best to make that happen. I'm all about trying to save you guys money and time and not make the same mistakes I have. That's a big part of it. And just trying to find information or good good recommendation in general is hard, and sometimes it can be costly. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about this or any comments, please comment down below and I will get back to you. I hope all you guys are doing well, and thank you for watching.